Hi guys, welcome to DTTV with Sim. Today we're looking at the wheel outer. You guys have already completed the hub, so now we're looking at you then making forward progress in terms of where we're going here. So we've got measurements that are on the screen, and you can see there's all the measurements that you need to create this revolve. Having already completed a more complicated revolve with instructions for the hub, this should be relatively easy. As you can see here, the section view is sliced through the view, and so we've got two bits showing AA there. In addition, you'll notice if you look in the right hand corner, this is a first angle view, so we've got a different L shape to the normal. We've also got the centre lines here which show you that everything is symmetrical from either side. Now there shouldn't be any problems with you using this to guide you through. To ensure that you have more ease of getting the measurements and make sure you can see everything properly, there's a JPEG saved on Moodle. If you follow the little flyout that's popped up at the bottom of the screen, you will find your way to the place on Moodle where we've got that saved. Okay, now I'm just going to go to the part. So you should have created this part. So use the JPEG, get to this stage, and then follow the instructions from here. What we're going to do is we're going to do some fairly simple patterning to create the wheel tread. I'm going to sketch on this face and go normal 2. Here I'm then going to use my centerline tools. Obviously centerline tools don't affect our islands that we're using for this. I've got my centerline going straight up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then do a bidirectional chain either side of it, which is going to allow me then to get my tread. Now there's an error here because it says that they haven't actually propagated properly, which is correct. As you can see, we've got some solid lines, we've got some centre lines as well, so I can fiddle and play with those. You'll notice the centre line, the centre line that was in the middle has now become a solid line. We'll need to deal with that later. I'm going to draw a circle from the middle out to this ridge line on the wheel hub, on the outer wheel itself. Just dragging and dropping over the original will help us with that. And now I need to snip out that line on the edges. Having trimmed it, that will now allow me to select the edges where the lines meet. As we said, that was supposed to be a construction line. So now I can clip on here, come out here. It doesn't matter what measurement you get at this stage, because I'm going to use a smart dimension and measure between those two and make that 7 degrees. Now I could draw this on the other side, but there's a quicker way of doing it. So what I'm going to do is bring these lines to the middle, so I've got half of my island. So, mirror entities. It's already selected a line, but I'm not sure what that is, so I'm going to delete that one. Pick the lines I know I want. Pick the mirror about, pick the line that's in the middle, and you can see you get the yellow preview. Now when I've done this, I've got lots of red and yellow stuff coming up, which means that it can't resolve its own sketch. That means that it's got problems with it, and normally it means that it's encountering issues to do with measurements, so I've just deleted a couple there. And as you can see, it goes blue, and now it's fully usable as normal. Into my extrude cut, set the depth for 575, check the preview is right, and green tick it. That's my first stage. Now up to the SolidWorks icon, I've already got mine pinned out. Go to the View tab and click Temporary Axis. That gives me the blue line in the middle, which is the centre of the revolve, and then to the linear pattern, and choosing the circular pattern from that icon, from that drop down. From the top, picking the line in the middle, you'll notice I get a green line next to my icon when I roll over it. We need 16 of these, and now I need to pick the feature. So into the plus up here, finding the feature which is that one, see the preview, green tick it. That's our first stage. Now we're going to do the same on the other side, but these have to be stepped off the other, so they're actually not symmetrical. So sketching on that face. Going normal 2, good practice. Now I'm going to change my view here so I can actually see what's going on. As you can see, by doing this I can actually see the cutaway sections, and I've obviously got to do the opposite. So if I've got cut here, I then need a solid on the opposite side, etc, etc. So the cut's in the middle, which means my first one has to be off centre from there. So first thing to do is to start with a centre line from the side, and then draw another line. Now I know that this needs to be 12 degrees from the original. Same as before, I'm going to use the offset entities button again. Now I've got the bidirectional. I'm going to show you how we can get away from those errors that happen by just doing a single one this time. Again, circle from the middle out to this outside edge. Now as you'll notice, the lines are getting a bit unclear at this stage what's going on. I'm going to trim this out because I know that's right, but I'm starting to struggle to see what I'm doing. So once I've clicked from here to here and set that to 7 degrees, trim out these bits, still see what I'm doing here. Now, put it back to full colour, it makes it a bit easier to see what lines I've drawn and which ones are the ones that are already existing. Mirror entity tool again, choose what I want to mirror, so it's that line. That one's already there, so I don't need it. Mirror about, middle line, and green tick that. Complete the island, so from the top of this line to that one. And obviously I've got to remember the little bit that I didn't trim earlier, that bit. Green tick it. Extrude. Now with this one, it hasn't picked it up because there's something wrong with the contour. So if I roll over it and pick the pink and green tick it, it knows what I'm talking about. So if you're ever struggling to select something, that's the way to do it. And the same as last time. Circular pattern. Find the middle line, which is there. As you can see, the green line pops up again. Pick it out my plus here. It's that one. Got 16. Green tick it. And that then brings us to the full wheel shape. Your next task is then going to be mating it to the hub that you've already made, which will then allow you to present your final diagram orthographic drawing. Thanks for watching DTTV.